All right, let's just jump right in. We're living in this wild time where AI can write code, it can whip up incredible art, and it can sift through mountains of data in like seconds. So it makes you wonder, right? If machines are getting that good, what skills are actually going to matter for us? That's exactly what we're going to break down here. And this question right here really gets to the heart of everything. Look, AI is an unbelievable tool for getting things done. It follows instructions with a speed and precision that is just mind-blowing. But, and this is the big but, can it come up with the purpose? Can it decide what's even worth doing to begin with? That's the huge difference we're about to dive into. So what is our new job description in this world? Well, it's a massive shift in thinking. For pretty much all of history, our value came from what we knew. But now, knowledge is everywhere. It's practically free. The real valuable stuff, the new currency, is wisdom. You know, the ability to apply that knowledge with real judgment and a clear sense of why it all matters. And this idea just nails the strategy we need to adopt. I mean, come on, trying to outcompute an AI on speed or data, that's a game you're just not going to win. The real opportunity, the only path forward, is to lean into the skills that are uniquely human, the things machines just can't touch. It's all about working smarter, not just trying to work harder. Okay, so let's get into the first two skills. Think of these as a 1-2 punch that's all about how we kick things off. It's about having the gut feeling to choose the right thing to do, and then having the fire to actually get it started. The first skill is what we're going to call taste. This is your built-in quality control, your creative compass. Imagine an AI spits out 100 different logos for your new company. Taste is that human spark that lets you look at all of them and just know which single one will actually connect with people. It's about judgment, not just generating options. And this comparison really breaks it down, doesn't it? AI gives you a flood of decent options. It's all about quantity. But human taste, that's all about curation. It's that rare skill of finding the signal in all that noise, of picking the idea that has a soul. That's where the magic and the real value is. Now, working hand in glove with taste is extreme agency. So if taste is about knowing what to do, agency is the raw drive to actually do it. An AI needs a prompt. It needs a script. It just sits there and waits for you to tell you what to do. Extreme agency is that voice inside you that says, nope, I'm not waiting for permission. I see what needs to be done and I'm going to own it. This quote. This is the entire mindset in just 7 words. It's that person in the room who sees a problem, and while everyone else is just talking about it, they're the one who finally says, you know what? I'm going to take a shot at fixing this right now. It's seeing a gap and deciding you're the one to fill it. AI, well, it's just not built for that. So you've picked a great path and you've started walking. Awesome. But how do you keep up the pace? That brings us to our next couple of skills. These are all about how you adapt really, really fast without ever losing sight of where you're ultimately trying to go. First up, learning velocity. Now, this isn't just learning. It's about the speed at which you learn. The world is changing so fast that tools and skills become outdated almost overnight. So the most important skill you can have is learning the next thing before your old skills don't matter anymore. It's like the ultimate superpower. And here's the crazy part, your biggest advantage. A lot of these massive AI models we use, they're frozen in time. They were trained on data up to a certain point, and that's it. They don't learn from what happened yesterday. But you learn something new every single day. That is a huge, huge advantage. And the perfect partner to that is your intent horizon. This is your long game. It's your ability to hold on to a vision. See, an AI is brilliant at figuring out the very next step, but it has no why. It doesn't have a North Star guiding it. That's your job, to hold that long-term purpose that gives meaning to all the short-term moves. Think about it like this. The AI is your co-pilot. It's got superhuman reflexes and can perfectly analyze the road right in front of you. It can tell you the absolute best way to take the very next turn. But you're the one holding the entire map. You know where you're ultimately trying to get to. You understand the whole journey. You're the one who decides if that next turn even makes sense for the bigger trip. The AI handles the tactics, but you own the vision. All right, so we have our vision, we have our drive, but what happens when the plan goes completely off the rails? You know, when chaos hits? That brings us to our final core skill, and it's all about mastering the messiness of the real world. This skill is called interruptibility. And let me be clear, this is not about frantically multitasking. In fact, it's the total opposite. It's about having the poise, the grace to handle constant interruptions, to switch from one thing to another, and to deal with surprises without completely falling apart. I absolutely love this metaphor. It's not some panicked person just bouncing between tasks. No, it's like a master chef calmly working multiple pans on the stove at once. Each one gets attention at just the right time. There's a rhythm to it, a clear sense of what's most important. It's controlled, not chaotic. That's a deeply human talent. Now, here's the thing. The real power isn't in any one of these skills by itself. The magic happens when they all lock together, when they form this incredible toolkit that makes you not just relevant, but absolutely essential in a world full of AI. So let's look at how they create this powerful flywheel effect. It all starts with your intent that gives you a clear direction. Then your taste makes sure you're aiming for quality right from the get-go. Your agency is what actually gets the ball rolling. Your learning velocity ensures you're always using the best, most current approach. And finally, your interruptibility keeps you steady when everything gets crazy. See, each skill just powers up the next one. It's a non-stop cycle. So what's the bottom line here? This toolkit, this is your game plan for what's coming. By really focusing on these 5 skills, you shift your own value. You move away from the stuff that's becoming cheap and easy to automate, which is knowledge, and you move toward the stuff that's becoming incredibly rare and valuable, which is human wisdom. In the end, it really all comes down to this single powerful idea. Let the machines be fast. That's fine. We should embrace it. Let them handle the how. Our job, our irreplaceable human role, is to be the ones who decide where. Where are we all going? That's up to us.